Yes, dear students. So, story so far that we have read about the origin of Shehnai, how Shehnai came into existence, and then we have started reading about the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan. So, as a child, he has spent his childhood in the estate of Dumrao in Bihar, and also at his maternal uncle's house in Benares, right? So he belonged to the family of musicians, and staying there, he was inspired by all those personalities, his uncles there, and especially his maternal uncle, whose name was Ali Baksh. He used to accompany Ali Baksh to Vishnu Temple of Benares, where Ali Baksh was employed to play Shehnai. So when he would play Ustad Bismillah Khan, he would sit there for long hours and he would see him performing. He was inspired by Shehnai then, and he also started taking lessons, and then he would practice a lot. He would sit near the banks of river Ganga and to the temples of Balaji, Mangala Maya, and there he would practice in solitude. Solitude कहते हैं loneliness में, right? So the flowing waters, he says that the flowing waters inspired him to improvise and invent ragas. Now, आपने कल शहनाई सुनी थी, I played that part of video, and how beautifully Ustad Bismillah Khan was playing melodious notes on the shehnai, right? But earlier people used to think that on shehnai only few notes could be played. So he broke that myth and he invented different notes on Shehnai, and those were named as ragas. So which people used to actually consider that it was beyond the range of Shehnai. So we will start from here, paragraph 6 today. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." Recital means here performance. So Bismillah Khan, he accompanied, and he also got the chance to perform there. And his performance was noticed by Ustad Fayaz Khan. He also was a famous Shehnai Vadak, Shehnai player. So he said, work hard and you shall make it. That you need to work hard if you want to achieve something. So with the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. All India Radio, it's a radio station. पुराने ज़माने में विविध भारती इस तरह के कई चैनल्स थे जो ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर टेलीकास्ट होते थे, एंड पीपल यूज्ड टू लिसन टू द रेडियो बिकॉज उस जमाने में टेलीविजन नहीं आए थे उतना. सो they used to listen to the performances which were telecast on All India Radio. And it was the year 1938 that Bismillah, he got a big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio. So frequently he started performing, giving his performances and mesmerizing his audiences through radio. When India gained independence, on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. Why he was the first Indian to greet? Because the first performance that was there, it was made by Bismillah Khan. So on the eve of independence, Bismillah Khan, he played Shehnai and he greeted the nation freedom. Then he poured his heart out into Rag Kafi. So which Rag he played that day? It was Rag Kafi. From the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous speech of Tryst with Destiny. You all know this speech, famous speech, Tryst with Destiny, जिसमें वो शुरू करते हैं with the stroke of the hour, है ना? You have heard that speech. So he had played in front of the audience, which also included our first Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and he gave this Tryst with Destiny speech from there, the first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. So he started touring abroad as well, and thus he brought Shehnai onto the international platform. इन्होंने क्लासिकल स्टेज पे पहले शहनाई को लाया, क्लासिकल जो होते हैं म्यूजिक, उसमें जो डिफरेंट रागाज होते हैं, he invented those ragas in Shehnai, and thus he brought Shehnai onto the classical stage, and then he brought it onto the international stage, जहां लोग देश भर में लोग शहनाई को पहचानने लगे. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was so taken in by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. Taken in by means he was attracted, he was charmed, he was fascinated by Bismillah Khan's performance. So when he went to Afghanistan, the king of Afghanistan, Zahir Shah, he was so impressed, he was so mesmerized with his performance that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets. जो carpets होते हैं पर्शिया के, वो बहुत कीमती होते हैं. And he also gifted him other souvenirs. Souvenirs means things given in memory of a place, person, or event. So the king of Afghanistan was not the only one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named the film after the instrument called Goonj Uthi Shehnai. हिंदी में एक मूवी है जिसका नाम है गूंज उठी शहनाई. एंड विजय भट्ट, आपने मुकेश भट्ट, महेश भट्ट का नाम सुना है? आई थिंक ही वाज फादर ऑफ महेश भट्ट. सो ही was so impressed that he named one of his film on Shehnai, naming it Goonj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit, and one of Bismillah Khan's composition, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned out to be a nationwide chart buster. Chart buster क्या होता है? Record breaker, जो गाना बहुत फेमस हो जाए. So बिस्मिल्लाह खान ने इस सॉन्ग के लिए इसमें शहनाई भी बजाई थी, और ये सॉन्ग इतना फेमस हुआ that it broke all the records. Despite this huge success in the celluloid world क्या कहते हैं? It's a fashion name referring to films. उस जमाने में फिल्म्स को celluloid world भी कहा जाता था, फिल्मों की दुनिया, right? So despite huge success in this movie world, Bismillah Khan's venture in film music were limited to two: Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas Kannada venture Sanadhi Apanna. So although his music was very successful in these two films, but still he did not perform other than these two movies. He did not give music in the films. And what he says, I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world. Obviously, जो मूवी की दुनिया है, जो फिल्मों की दुनिया है, बहुत ग्लैमर है, बहुत आर्टिफिशियल भी चीजें होती हैं. And the performers, they perform according to the interest of their audience. But this is not so in classical world. When you are performing on a classical stage, you have to be purely classical there. You have the freedom there. But ऐसा वो महसूस नहीं कर पाए थे when he started working in the film industry. So he says, I just can't come to the terms with artificiality. कहते मैं समझौता नहीं कर पाया उस artificial दुनिया से, glamour की दुनिया से of the film world. He says with emphasis, great stress. वो इस बात पर stress देते हुए कहते हैं कि मैं उस दुनिया के साथ adjust नहीं कर पाया, समझौता नहीं कर पाया. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. Underline this phrase. What is the meaning? It means great in numbers. ऐसा नहीं था कि बिस्मिल्लाह खान को awards नहीं मिले. He got huge awards, huge recognition, and which came in great numbers to him. He got many awards after during his journey. So Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. So पहली बार किसी इंडियन को किसी इंडियन इंस्ट्रूमेंट के साथ परफॉर्म करने के लिए अमेरिका के लिंकन सेंटर हॉल में इनवाइट किया गया था. So it was a proud moment for the country and for Bismillah Khan as well. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival, and in the Osaka Trade Fair. So he started giving a lot of international performances. So he visited different places, and these are the famous places that is in Montreal, Cannes Art Festival and the Osaka Trade Fair, Ustad Bismillah Khan mesmerized the audience with his performances in these occasions. On these occasions, so well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, Tahar Mausiqui Ustad Bismillah Khan. So वो इतने बड़े इंटरनेशनल फिगर बन गए, इतने पॉपुलर हो गए इंटरनेशनली कि एक ऑडिटोरियम, तेहरान में एक ऑडिटोरियम उनके नाम से बना दिया, और वो नाम है तहार मौसिकी उस्ताद बिस्मिल्लाह खान. And it was a tribute paid by the whole world to Bismillah Khan. National awards like Padma Shri, the Padma Vibhushan, and the Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him. Confer karna means award karna. So he was also conferred with these awards, that is the important Indian awards. Bharat Ratna also was given to him. So in 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. With the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness, he said, "All I would like to say is, teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." See how proud he felt. He said, with coveted award means the much desired award. जो awards उनको मिले थे. So that way, he says that how his eyes could be seen shining. Glinting means shining with rare happiness. वो इतने overwhelmed थे, इतने खुश थे कि उन्होंने कहा कि मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहता हूँ, teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music. आप देखिए हमारे देश में किस तरह से समय बदल रहा है. We are moving towards Western culture, and Western people, they are adopting Indian culture. They perform yoga and we perform the exercises that is performed in those days. हम अपने संस्कार भूलते जा रहे हैं, अपने कल्चर को भूलते जा रहे हैं. हमें पिज्जा बर्गर खाना ज्यादा पसंद है. हम अपने इंडियन फूड को लाइक नहीं करते, लेकिन हमें अपने कल्चर को नहीं भूलना चाहिए. वी शुड स्टिक टू आवर रूट्स. अपनी इंडिविजुअलिटी, अपनी पहचान जो है हमारे देश से है, हमारे रूट्स से है. सो वी शुड actually respect our roots and carry forward to the next generation. It's very important. So even the West is now coming to learn our music. So music जो होता है उसका जो एक इफेक्ट है, बहुत पायस इफेक्ट होता है म्यूजिक का. एक सूदिंग सेंसेशन प्रोवाइड करता है म्यूजिक. और म्यूजिक एक ऐसी लैंग्वेज है जो सबको जोड़ता है. So he said that even West is now coming to learn our music. हमें अपने बच्चों को इनकरेज करना चाहिए कि वो अपने हिंदुस्तानी म्यूजिक को सीखें. In spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Sahab, as he is fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Benares and Dumrao, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. So, although Ustad Bismillah Khan, he has toured around the world, he had been to various places, innumerable places, but still उनकी जो हार्ट है, जो सोल है, वो कहाँ रिसाइड करती है? बनारस और उनके बचपन की जगह, बर्थ प्लेस डुमराव. एंड दे रिमेन फॉर हिम द वंडरफुल टाउन्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. दुनिया के हर खूबसूरत शहर से भी ज्यादा खूबसूरत उनके लिए कौन सी जगह है? द बनारस, द घाट्स ऑफ बनारस, द टेम्पल्स ऑफ बनारस एंड द प्लेस ऑफ डुमराव. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in the USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Benares by replicating the temples there. एक student ने कहा कि why don't you come and settle down in the USA, and he promised that he would create a replica of Benares there by creating all those temples. Replica create करना means हूबहू वैसे ही मंदिर USA में बनवाना. But Khan Sahab asked him if he would be able to transport river Ganga as well. So see how attached he was to his own country, his birthplace. And he says later he is remembered to have said, that is why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of Benares and the holy Ganga. While in Benares, I miss the unique mutt of Dumrao. So how much he used to miss his own birthplace, his places where he used to spend long hours practicing Shehnai, that is the banks of Ganga and the temples of Benares and the mutt of Dumrao. He would dearly miss those places whenever he used to be in the foreign country, or apart from foreign country, whenever he was there in some other city in his own country, जैसे मुंबई में है या कहीं और है, he would miss Benares and Dumrao a lot. So this is a brief information. Let me first read paragraph 13 here. Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India. One that effortlessly accepts that a devout Muslim like him can very naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. Devout किसको कहते हैं? Believing strongly in a religion and obeying its laws. कट्टर हिंदू होना, पूरी तरह से dedicated Muslim होना, उस तरह से devout Muslim, devout हिंदू होना. So author क्या कहते हैं? वो एक devout Muslim थे, but he would play effortlessly the Shehnai every morning at Kashi Vishwanath temple. मैं चाहती थी कि आप में से कोई ये सवाल पूछता कि मैम वो तो एक मुस्लिम थे, बट वो कैसे हिंदू टेम्पल्स में जाते थे. सी द गुड एग्जाम्पल ऑफ ब्रदरहुड, गुड एग्जाम्पल ऑफ treating all religion equal. And Ustad Bismillah Khan, he was brought up in such a way that he respected all religion. So despite being a Muslim, he would sit in Hindu temples, he would play Shehnai there on those occasions. So how he also spread the message of brotherhood to the world. So he was a cultural heritage of India, example of rich cultural heritage of India. हमारी एक धरोहर है, legend है Ustad Bismillah Khan. Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21 August 2006 at the age of 90 after a prolonged illness. Prolonged means lambi bimari. He was given a state funeral and the government of India declared one day of national mourning. See वो कितने सम्मान से हमारे देश में उनका लोग सम्मान किया करते थे, उन्होंने सम्मान से जिंदगी बिताई है. Even the government respected his presence in our country. So when he died, जो funeral था पूरी रीति रिवाज और कस्टम से किया गया, स्टेट कस्टम से किया गया, एंड सरकार ने एक दिन का नेशनल मोर्निंग भी, शोक भी जताया at the loss of such a legend of our country. Now there is one part written here from Reader's Digest, it has been taken. Shekhar Gupta, he said, when partition happened, didn't you and your family think of moving to Pakistan? Bismillah Khan क्या कहते हैं? God forbid me leave Banaras? Never. I went to Pakistan once. I crossed the border just to say that I have been to Pakistan. I was there for about an hour. I said namaskar to the Pakistanis and salam alaikum to Indians. I had a good laugh. So see, the way he was born and brought up in India, he went to Pakistan. He said, I had gone there once, but I just went there. I paid tribute to all the Pakistanis. I just did namaskara to them, salam alaikum to them, and then I came back. I had a good laugh. And he did not stay there. He did not think of staying there because he used to miss his own country, India, a lot. He used to miss his birthplace, the place where he was born and brought up, the place where he learned the music, how to play Shehnai. So this is about great music player, Shehnai Vadak, Ustad Bismillah Khan. Yes, students. So as we have come to the end of the chapter, let's quickly discuss these back exercises that we have here. Yeah, just yes, Salil, what is your query, beta? Ask your question. Just give me a minute. I'll give you the right to unmute. Yes, now you can unmute, beta. Ask your question.
I'm for answering the questions.
Yes. हाँ जी. Okay, पहले हाथ raise कर दिया. चलिए. So take the right answer. It's from the text taken. The Shehnai or Pungi was a reeded noise maker. Which was a reeded noise maker? You can just randomly give answers. Quickly.
And Pungi.
Pungi. Correct. बिल्कुल सही. Bismillah Khan, a barber, or Ali Baksh transformed the Pungi into a Shehnai?
Barber.
A barber.
Barber. Correct. Bismillah Khan's paternal ancestors were barbers or professional musicians?
Professional musician.
Correct. Professional musicians. Bismillah Khan learned to play the Shehnai from Ali Baksh, Pegambar Baksh, Ustad Fayaz Khan. Ali Baksh. Bismillah Khan's first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, USA or Canada?
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Yes, wonderful. Now, this part I am going to skip here. I'm going to come to this question answer straight away, right? Now, individual answers dena, sabne ikattha answer nahi dena, right? So, I'm going to call out the names. Only that child would answer the question. Is it okay? Yes. So, why did Aurangzeb ban the playing of pungi? So, here, who is going to answer? Let me just check the names. Himanshi Prabhakar, answer this question. Himanshi. Quickly unmute and tell beta. Himanshi. Okay, let me move on to the next child. Mankirat Kaur.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence because it had a shrill, unpleasant voice.
Yes.
And pungi became the generic name for reeded noise.
Yes, correct, absolutely correct. Because of the shrill and unpleasant sound, Emperor Aurangzeb, he banned the playing of musical instrument in the royal courts, and it was considered to be the generic name for reeded noisemaker. Very good. Next question. How is a Shehnai different from a pungi? Priyanka Vora. Priyanka. How is a Shehnai different from pungi? Priyanka गायब हो गई. Yes, Priyanka, you are unmuted. Yes, tell your answer.
Ma'am, Shehnai is different from pungi.
Hurry up, better continue. Whatever you have in mind, just tell it.
Because the voice of pungi was like a noisemaker, and Shehnai, the voice is.
Yes. Okay, let me take answer from some other child. Sachit, please unmute and tell the answer.
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, Shehnai was different from pungi because Shehnai was made with a pipe of natural hollow stem, which had 7 holes when opened and closed regularly, produced soft and melodious sounds, whereas the pungi had a shrill and unpleasant sound.
Yes. So we see that how pungi, it had a very shrill and unpleasant sound. So when someone used to play pungi, very unpleasant sound used to be produced. But on the other side, this shehnai, it was made of a hollow stem and holes were made in it, and when someone played on it, it produced a very melodious sound. So this way it was quite different from pungi, right? Yes, moving on to the next question. That is, where was the Shehnai played traditionally? How did Bismillah Khan change this? Yes, Vita. Ishita? Ishita?
Yes, ma'am. The Shehnai was played traditionally in the temple, at the royal courts, and on the occasions of weddings. The credit must go to the Bismillah Khan to take this instrument onto the classical stage.
Okay, little bit more is required here. Can anybody add more to it? Let me go to Sagarika. Yes, Vita. Sagarika?
Ma'am, traditionally Shehnai was a part of Naubat or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at the royal courts. Um, it was played in temples and at marriages, and Bismillah Khan took it at a classical stage.
How that you need to mention there, that how he used to perform in concerts, different festivals, right? So you need to mention those events also, and this way he brought it to the international stage, right? Bismillah Khan ने उसको classical stage पर भी लाया by inventing new ragas, and also he brought it onto the international stage as he played Shehnai on to different festivals, then events. So वो जहाँ जहाँ international जो आपके chapter में name दिए हुए हैं, you need to mention those there. Okay बेटा? चलिए next. Next question is, when and how did Bismillah Khan get his break? Who is there in my list? Krish Talwar, please unmute and answer. Krish Talwar. Khushpreet Kaur. Better be quick. Khushpreet. चलिए रिद्या.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Vidya.
With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break, as he soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio.
Yes, right. So Bismillah Khan's break came with the opening of All India Radio in 1938. So he was invited to play the Shehnai on air, and his tunes came to be commonly heard on the radio by entire nation. He started giving frequent performances on All India Radio. Good answer, beta. Next question. Where did Bismillah Khan play the Shehnai on 15th August? And why is the event historic? Harshit? Harshit? Nami, can you unmute and answer? Why is the event historic? No responses. So again, I have to call the same students. फिर आप कहोगे कि मैम हमसे पूछते नहीं, जब आपका नाम पुकारा जाता है, you don't even respond. Okay, Vansh Duggal, बेटा आंसर दीजिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 का.
Then Bismillah Khan played his first performance on August 15th, August 1947 in Red Fort in front of the audience on the occasion of India gaining independence. The event was historic because he was the first to brought Shehnai to the nation with Shehnai. And
Can you speak loudly, beta? Second last line आपकी मुझे समझ नहीं आई. Why the event was historic?
Ma'am, the event was historic. Can you hear me?
Okay, चलिए next मैं चलती हूँ. Shreya Thapar, बेटा, can you unmute and answer? Second part of the question, why was the event historic?
Yes, ma'am. The event was historic because he was the first Indian to greet India with his Shehnai music. He poured his out to Rag Kafi from the Red Fort to an audience which included Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru.
And it was the eve of Indian independence. His tune ushered the nation into an era of independence, and this made the event historic. हमें ये बात दोबारा रिपीट करनी है. ये ऐतिहासिक क्यों बना? क्योंकि कौन सा अवसर था? हमारी देश की आजादी का अवसर था. Okay, बेटा? Yes, चलिए. So it was 15th August 1947 that he played Shehnai, he had the honor of playing it, greeting the nation by playing Rag Kafi at Red Fort. And this event is historic because his tunes ushered the nation into an era of independence. It was the eve of independence, and that's why the event became historic. Let's come to question number 6. Why did Bismillah Khan refuse to start a Shehnai school in the USA? Narinder, yes, beta. Last question, number 6. Quickly answer the question.
Yes, ma'am. Ustad Bismillah Khan refused to start a Shehnai school in USA because he was really attached to Banaras and his hometown Damrao, and he did not want to go to USA because he would not have the holy Ganga river there and would miss the calm and holy environment over there.
Very good answer. Bilkul sahi. ठीक है ना? He was a true patriot also. So he would miss river Ganga there. Although the student, he promised to recreate the atmosphere of Benares, but he just turned down the offer because he knew that he would not be able to transport river Ganga to USA. And that's why he refused the offer of that student. ठीक है? Now last question में 2 instances. Yeah, you can quote any 2 instances where Bismillah Khan का जो है इंडिया के प्रति, बनारस के प्रति प्यार झलकता है, देशभक्ति झलकती है. Okay? So with this we come to the end of the question answer part also, and at the end of the chapter also. So it's a great learning experience as we complete reading this chapter, because wonderful lesson is learned by you people. Okay? So we have already discussed the importance of music in life, importance of hard work and determination, how one should be loyal towards his own career, and how one should be patriot also. So all these wonderful lessons are learned here. How we have come to know about Evelyn Glennie and Bismillah Khan. 2 different personalities, their wonderful journey, the life journey, which has actually made us learn a lot. And now students, today the homework that I am going to give you is an assignment. It will be assignment number 3 for you. So you are not to do these textual questions in the notebook. You have to do the assignments that I will post in the class group. And I'll also share the Google form link where you have to upload the activity there. You can either upload an image or you can convert it into a PDF and upload thereof. Okay? Okay?